With great views comes great vulnerability. Land in the southwestern corner of Mississippi is so low and the threat of flooding so high, the city of Bay St. Louis is losing housing value to the Gulf. An analysis by First Street Foundation found that between 2005 and 2017, tidal flooding impacts here lowered the amount of real estate appreciation by $122 million. But a tiny slice of this real estate market has sidestepped those losses. Ironically, it's the properties closest to the water where construction is now costliest.
Well, you would think it'd be a detractant, but this area is the fastest growing area in Hancock County, probably along the whole coast.
Building engineer Jason Kenichi is an expert on the rules and regulations. It all comes down to the threat of extreme weather.
So we've got different flood zones in Bay St. Louis. You've got velocity zones, you've got AE zones.
Those flood zone designations come from the federal government. They specify how high and how strong structures must be. In this area, that can be more than 20 feet in the air, a major additional expense for homeowners.
It's really almost like a dance you got to go through for each individual property to look at how much fill you can bring in, how high you have to elevate the structure, and all that's a cost that's passed on to the property owners and the developers.
This is what the buyers, many from out of town, are after: towering homes with amazing views and access to the water. Real estate agent Sandy Walsh says homes like these are in high demand.
This home is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, right under 1,500 square foot. It's on the water, it has a boat lift, and some of the most amazing views along the Jordan River.
But this little corner of paradise has had more than its share of suffering. Hurricane Katrina passed directly over Bay St. Louis. Few homes survived. The entire area was devastated. But more than a decade of federally supported reconstruction and subsidized insurance helped the housing market come back. And even though climate change is warming the seas and increasing the odds of more powerful storms, the vibe around here is anything but buyer beware. Amy Wood is a real estate agent. She says people who buy here have simply decided the benefits outweigh the risks.
People want what they want. And as our mayor says, water got us into this trouble as far as Katrina or Camille, but water will get us out because people are drawn to the beauty of driving down Highway 90 or the beach road and enjoying the water.
But the risks are real. So-called sunny day flooding puts roads and properties underwater. High tide can make things even worse. For those who can afford a home or maybe a second home like this, flooding is an inconvenience they happily endure.
There's just the feel of being close to the water. I mean, you don't even have to live directly on the water, but that feel of being near water, it just brings out, I don't know, a good feeling inside.
Down the road in nearby Pearlington, it's a different story.
Yeah, you wake up to this.
Kalinda Crow has lived in this house for nearly 2 decades. She says in that time, she's seen floodwaters come more and more often.
It upsets you, because it's supposed to be dream home type stuff.
She says, in fact, it's turned into a nightmare, dealing with brackish water that can rust her truck or anything else it comes in contact with.
It wasn't like this years ago. Something's going on.
Janine Crapo owns the Turtle Landing Bar and Grill. It's a local landmark and gathering place in Pearlington. Flooding on her property means lost revenue.
A lot of times when the parking lot is like it is now, people that were planning on coming here just keep on going. They don't want to pull into a muddy parking lot.
Crapo's bar is up for sale, but she tells anyone interested in it they need to be ready to deal with all the water. She says increasingly her friends and neighbors have decided they don't want to deal with the water.
A lot of people are just selling out and getting out. They don't want to have to put up with it no more.
Kalinda Crow says she thinks about selling her home. But judging by the real estate market around here, she's not sure who would buy it and for how much.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the water and just fighting it all year long. It's not just during storms. And I'm sure I won't get what it should be worth. And if I knew then what I know now, no, I wouldn't have bought it.
Life on the water has always brought blessings and curses. But in the era of climate change, the balance is changing.